Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, welcome to the Ugandan Podcast. My name is Brandy Azirwe Valentine, straight out of the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Communications Officer. And this podcast is here to bring you all information simplified and explained about government programs, policies, and projects. And as I told you earlier, you don't have to worry about anything because we're chilling with the big boys. And today we have the State Minister for National Guidance, Honorable Godfrey BK Kabbyanga. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Brandy.
Yes.
It's my pleasure to be hosted by you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yep.
We are very happy to have you here. I wanted to go down on record and say that you were one of Kasese municipality's favorite mayors.
Oh, yes. One of the Kasese big boys. I was a mayor for Kasese municipality for 10 years.
Yes.
But before that, I'd worked in several places. I'd worked with the Nyanza Textiles Industries as a marketing officer.
Okay.
And then I worked with the Uganda Cement Industries. All these companies existed before you were born. And I worked with the Uganda Cement Industries as a depot manager and with Krembe Mines as the head of procurement and disposal unit and also as marketing officer.
So you basically, out of all the things you said, all I can hear is you know how to build things step by step by step.
Yeah.
So we're glad to have you at the ministry.
Good.
I want us to get into our discussion today.
Yes.
But before we go into national guidance, I and a few people, we hear state minister, then we hear cabinet minister, then we hear. So what, give us the two differences.
All our ministers.
All our ministers.
Okay. In the past, deputy ministers were not cabinet ministers.
Yeah.
They will not attend cabinet. But now state ministers are also cabinet ministers.
Okay.
But obviously, state ministers assist the senior minister.
Yes.
But they are all ministers. And in these ministries, we are two.
Yes.
One is in charge of communication technology, and then another one in charge of national guidance. But we are all assisting the big boy.
Yes, Honorable. Yes, and we are very happy to have you, Honorable Kabbyanga. What is when someone hears national guidance, what should come to their mind? What is national guidance?
National guidance in simple terms. I don't want to go into very complicated definitions because we shall be as if we are in class. This is just a discussion. But in simple terms, it's the process of instilling values, process of instilling virtues, and a process of instilling love. So that's what national guidance is all about.
Yes.
People to be guided to love their country.
To move
People to be guided to be loyal to their country.
Yes.
And for those people to love, to be loyal to their country, they must first of all have virtues. They must have values they believe in. Yeah. And they must love all those values and virtues they have. So that process of instilling that is what we call national guidance. And therefore, as a ministry, we have to guide the population so that the country can be loved. Okay. And once you love your country, you love your culture, you love what you are, then there will be no conflicts.
Yes.
And therefore, it will be progress all the time.
Yeah. Merrymaking. Good times. Yeah. We really want that, so I'm glad we're here. And you've talked about virtues and love. Yeah, those are very great things. But what are the components? Like, if someone said, Honorable Kabbyanga, we are going to Kabale district and we are going to do national guidance, what are the four things that we have to have on the list that these are components of national guidance?
First of all, components of national guidance would include things like patriotism.
Yes.
Would include things like nationalism.
Cool.
Would include things like hard work.
Yeah.
And then it would also include the national values. For instance, what is our dress code as Uganda? Do we have any? If I'm going to Kabale, what am I going to see?
Yes.
Am I going to see women putting on trousers and shirts, Am I going to see women putting on what do you call it, a suka?
Suka omushanana.
Am I going to meet them putting on gomases?
Yeah.
Every time I have a way I dress sometimes.
Yeah.
And every time someone meets me, says, "Are you a Nigerian?" And then I say, "I'm not a Nigerian." But because they know that's how Nigerians put on.
Yeah.
The other time I saw someone, this knot of a tie, and he told me, that one is British.
Yeah.
You're getting me?
Yeah.
And this one, which has a small fold here, is American.
That's American.
So that's what it is. But what do we Ugandans?
Yeah.
What is it I'm going to see? So those are the components of national guidance.
Yes.
So one of the values, you must define what your culture is.
Okay.
And everybody who is outside there should at least have a rough idea of what your culture is.
Yes.
When I go to Kabale, will I meet there anybody who is proud to be a Ugandan? Because anytime you meet an American, you talk about the American people. As if when you see him, even the way he says it, American people, you just think America is heaven.
Yes.
But when you reach there, you see their beggars. You see their homeless people.
Yeah.
But the way they portray America outside is totally different from probably what America is. Yes, it is the biggest economy we have. It is a superpower, but it also has problems which you can never see.
Every country has its own problems, but we need to put the good.
Exactly. So national guidance is all about instilling some spirit in the people that they can really love what they are. Yeah. First of all, when you are proud of your country, then you will work for it, you will be loyal to it, and all that will lead to progress.
Absolutely. Steady progress. That's true. That is really, you have given me an insight, and now I'm thinking of this country in a whole new light.
And that's what you should do.
Every other day.
And you who are still young, you should fight for that.
Yes.
Because you still have a long way to go.
Yes.
Me, I'm about probably to leave, so but
a fine man like you,
yes,
you're still here. Don't worry.
Yes.
Yeah. Why do we need to be guided as people? We are Ugandans. We have our tribes. We have our. Why do we need to be guided?
Guidance is needed for transformation.
Yeah.
Guidance must automatically, it is guidance which is transformative. Transformative orientation. It's not just guiding anyhow, but it is transformative guidance.
Yes.
And any country which is not guided, it will not develop in a well in a well organized way. So it's good to be guided so that you can really transform society in an organized way.
Yes.
But not transforming society in silos.
In silos, yes.
Exactly. It must be well organized.
True.
Otherwise, if it's not, then you will meet one country, one side of the country is better than the other.
Uganda A, Uganda B.
A and Uganda B.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it will cause conflicts.
True.
So that's why now, as national guiders, we need to guide society.
Yeah.
And therefore, we also need to guide development so that the country develops at the same time.
Yes.
And that's when you will minimize conflicts. Otherwise, at the end of the day, you will hear Westerners and Northerners. And they say, for you are eating.
Yeah.
And the other ones are
not. Say, how come we're not even in the equation?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we need national guidance. So that any form of transformation is well guided and well organized.
Yes. One love, one people.
Okay, exactly. But not the one people of the other one.
No, I say.
Yes.
Okay, but they say, so
Mm.
every time someone talks about patriotism, me, at some point in my life, I won't mention what point, but when I would hear patriotism, I would think of the army, I would think of the police. Why is it that patriotism, in its highest form, is military?
You know, patriotism, in simple terms, is love
Yeah.
for your nation.
Okay.
Love for your nation. That is all, in simple terms. You may go into dictionary definitions.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, patriotism is love for your nation. Now, I think why even patriotic clubs in schools have become militarized.
They have uniform. They have
uniform and whatever. You know, love goes with discipline.
Yeah.
Goes with discipline.
Tell us more.
Yes, yes. You know, even love which is natural, like in the sense of love, in courtship, there must be discipline.
Really?
Oh, yes. You can't love me and then you are indisciplined, you are cheating on me. You're getting
and vice versa.
And vice versa. You're getting me?
Yes, I do.
So love goes with discipline.
True.
Once you are lovers, then you must respect one another.
Yeah.
And you must agree.
Yes.
Now, the army has discipline. One of the virtues of any army is discipline.
Yes.
Because for them, if you say right, turn, they will all turn.
Yeah.
You're getting me?
Yes.
And they have some sort of hierarchy. You're getting me?
Yeah.
So I think one thing is when these patriotic clubs and whatever were formed, they wanted people to move at the same time.
At the same time.
If you are to love the country, all of you should love it and in the same way. So that's why there is some sort of disciplined love. And that's why people have tended to militarize patriotism.
Yes.
But now, as a ministry, we want to get out of that.
Yeah.
We want to get out of that. We want to go into patriotism as part of the national agenda. Not patriotism as part of the NRM ideology.
Yes.
As part of the national agenda. For us, ours is national ideology.
Yes.
And not party ideology.
Let me see if I understand you.
Yes.
DP, FDC, who all of you should be guided.
Yes.
In a patriotic way.
Yes.
Rather based on
national values.
Not party values.
And not party values.
Yeah.
Based on national values. Because the party values, they feed in the national values.
Into the national values.
Into the national values. So that's why now this ministry should separate itself from the NRM party to become a national guidance, to actually sort of formulate a national guidance policy which has national ideologies.
National ideologies.
Exactly. After we have created good nationalists, good national people, we can now convert all of them to NRM.
Even the microphone has agreed.
Yes. We can now convert those good people to NRM.
I saw you coming. Yes. But you have a point.
Now after that, we now go and tell them, now you're good national people.
Yeah.
Now, this is our ideology as NRM.
Yes.
And then they join us.
Yeah.
And we become a mass party. But without good people, you'll not even make a good party.
You cannot.
No.
Okay. On that note, I want to ask, what do you do in your free time? 3 things that you enjoy doing in your free time.
First of all, I enjoy traveling.
Oh, yes.
I travel a lot.
Yeah.
I enjoy reading.
Okay.
And I enjoy chatting with friends.
Okay.
One thing, I am never bored in my life.
That's true.
And I have no stress in my life. Not at all.
Not at all?
Nothing can stress me.
Yeah? Not even your girlfriend?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you stress me, I get another one.
Wow.
Because they are many.
You just get another one.
Exactly.
No Sidika.
So you need to be, that's why I'm telling you, even in that love, you must be disciplined.
You have to be disciplined.
Exactly.
Okay.
So why should you stress me?
There's absolutely no reason.
Exactly.
We are sorry. What word does not describe patriotism? Are you ready? I'm going to give you 4 words. You have to pick one. Word number A, responsibility. Word number 2, love. Word number 3, shame. Word number 4, pride.
I think the word that doesn't describe patriotism is shame.
Shame.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't love your country, then you are ashamed of it.
True.
And that's what we should fight. To be ashamed of our country.
We shouldn't be ashamed at all.
Yes.
You've actually reminded me of some children at school who would come and tell us, I am half Ugandan, I am half from America. And you're like,
that's the thing.
You can just be Ugandan like all of us.
You can just be Ugandan like all of us. And you love Uganda.
I'm half Ugandan, half from Liberia.
But obviously there are people who have dual citizenship. And therefore, if it's there, then you should love both countries because you belong to them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool. Okay. Next. Are you ready? Young people. I'm not going to put an age gap so that I don't limit it, but young people find ideology as something of the past. Okay, not necessarily the past, but it's ideology. It's for the old people, or they find it boring. Why do you think so?
Because they have not understood the word ideology itself. Because even you have your personal ideology.
Absolutely.
Yes, you have your personal ideology. What do you stand for? For instance, if I may ask you.
I stand for love, because my name is Valentine. And I stand for true communication in terms of information. Then I stand for women empowerment, gender parity. Oh my goodness, I could go on.
Exactly.
And also I stand for children battling
now
childhood cancers.
That's your ideology.
Yeah.
But people just, whenever they hear ideology, they think about politics.
Yeah.
And that's wrong.
Yeah.
Because even you have your personal ideology.
Yes.
Even a company has its own ideology.
True.
So there is ideology for the nation, ideology for the party. But, people tend to look at it in political terms. But we all have our own ideologies, even in our homes, what we stand for. And therefore, young people should start thinking about it positively.
Positively.
Yes,
true.
Positively. That's why we are here now, to change the minds of the people.
Mindset change.
So that they don't look at things from the traditional thinking.
Yes.
Yes. That's why I've not gone into complicated definitions.
Yes.
And that's what kills all these things. Because people define them using dictionaries, encyclopedias, very big words, and then the population gets confused. Yes.
And then they confuse other people.
And they confuse other people. Yes.
Which is actually very true.
So you tell those young people that they should love ideology.
Ideology is cool.
Cool. I mean, you must have something you stand for.
Yeah.
And which you can pass over to the others. If you stand for children, that's good.
Yeah.
If you stand for love for children, that's good.
Yeah.
Then pass over that virtue to others.
To others.
Yes.
Yes.
Because love for children is a virtue and it can't be got by anywhere, by anybody. Yes.
Yeah. True. Because I wanted us to actually talk about, you said when people are confused, they end up confusing other people. And now that for us we are guided, because we are under the guidance of the guided, how does national guidance trickle down? How does it impact the common man who is at the border of Kisoro when there's no village ahead, but they're still in the perimeters of Uganda? So how does national guidance impact that last person?
All those people must have values and must know our values. All those people must have virtues. All those people have their own beliefs. And therefore, we should see how to enhance all those values and make them even better people.
Yeah.
And therefore, they need national guidance.
Yes.
For instance, all those people you see there, one of our national values as we develop our national guidance policy, one of the national values which we are going to stand for is respect of culture and tradition. A man in Chisoro, a man in Kabale has a culture and has tradition.
Yes.
But some of them have started abusing their culture and tradition.
Yeah.
And even the parts which are good.
Yeah.
And yet it had kept us together.
Yeah.
So the man in Chisoro needs to know that culture is very, very important.
Yeah.
Because it dates from history.
Yes.
And it's what made him what he is.
Yes.
Language is culture.
Language is culture.
Language is culture. Assuming all of you can't talk the same language, how will you communicate in Kabale? But the first language you learned, if you really were born in Chisoro or Chigezi, is either Ruchiga or Rufumbira. But I know some of you were born in Weyogerere,
Kampala Road.
So you didn't have the luck like us to do it. But for us, the first language I learned is Rukonzo.
Okay.
And I talk it fluently.
All right.
Sometimes I even think in Rukonzo and talk English. You get it? But all my thinking is in what?
In Rukonzo.
In Rukonzo.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking, I'm translating in my head. You're getting me?
Okay.
So that's something very good. And even in education, if you look at the curriculum, I think they call it thematic. They are insisting on teaching the local language first.
Yeah.
Actually, from P1, I think, to P3,
yes,
it is a local language.
Yes.
Because once you learn the local language, you live in understand English better.
And then you'll survive in this city better, really.
Exactly.
You get to bargain
but
and
you who studied here, you can only talk English from the nose. And but for us, when we are talking our English,
yes,
it is that English from originality.
Okay, yes, that's
exactly.
true. That's true. You were privileged to... you appointed an amazing task force for government communication and national guidance. Briefly walk us through the process of the necessity of this task force.
Now, first of all, just as you said, I was privileged to appoint, because that work I did was on behalf of the minister.
Oh, okay.
So the minister gave me that privilege.
Now
to appoint and commission.
Okay.
Yes. So you were right. This task force, and it is a task force, not a council, because people are confusing it. So, and even you people who were there, some of you are posting council. No, the council was the BPO, the BPO council.
Yes.
But
BPO
this one,
and innovation.
Exactly.
Yes.
But this one is a task force. And their work will be advisory.
Yes. To
advise us on how to improve our communication system.
Yes.
Obviously, government has a lot of problems here in communication.
Yes.
One ministry is saying this, another one is contradicting the other one. So you really get so many statements.
Yeah.
Yes, so many statements. Yesterday I gave an example.
Yes.
Of a TikTok message. And then there is issues of limitation of communication.
Yes.
You have to first cross-check. You have to wait for probably a certain department to break the news.
Yes.
I gave you an example. Someone comes up with his TikTok message. President Museveni has died.
Yes.
Now, you can even be at that time as a minister with the president. In the meeting. And you see the message that the president has what? Has died.
Yes.
But we shall wait for State House to do what? To refute.
Yet you're just next to him. But you could take a selfie.
You can even take a selfie.
And say, I'm chilling with a big boy. He's still alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you have to wait for the press secretary of State House to say, no, the president was here. He's still alive. So those are things which really we need to go, we need to overcome.
Yeah.
If I know I'm with the president and I have seen such a message, immediately I will say, I'm even with him. Even on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I just send a message, I am with him right now. and he's alive, and therefore whoever has released such information should be arrested immediately. So those are want to be advised by, because most of those were professionals in the media, in the marketing, others social workers, civil society. We want to get advice.
Yes.
How best can we do improve our communication?
Yes.
So that we eliminate these contradictions. We are very prompt in reacting to any falsehood, and then we are also very prompt in communicating the current news from government.
Yes.
So that we get out of speculation.
Yes.
Because even you are coming out of cabinet and everybody is speculating, we don't know what they discussed. And then the Minister of Information will come out with a statement after 2 days. And already people are saying, an anonymous
source has told me this.
Exactly. So we want them to advise us on how best we can improve our communication.
And the national guidance program.
And then on national guidance, we want now to handle what you are also confusing. Even you yourself, ideology. Ideology.
Oh,
because now you are thinking ideology is about politics. You don't know that even yourself, you're a political being, and you should have your personal ideology.
Yes.
Now, all these are things now we want the task force to advise us on. How do we demilitarize, for instance, patriotism?
Thank you. Yeah, you have
how
used the right words.
How do we demilitarize patriotism?
Yeah.
Now, there are two words which are synonymous, for instance, patriotism and nationalism.
And nationalism.
You are getting me?
Yes.
But patriotism is about love for the country.
Yes.
Nationalism is about loyalty.
Yes.
To the country.
To the country.
For instance, if the national anthem is sung, loyalty demands that we should all what?
Stand
up.
Or put up our right hand.
Put up our right hands.
Our right
hand. That's now nationalism.
Yes.
You must be loyal to your country. Yes. You must be loyal to your leaders. But if you don't love your country, you will not be loyal to it.
Okay.
That is the biggest problem. And the patriotism dates back 2,000 years ago.
Yes.
But nationalism is an invasion of the 19th century.
Okay.
So patriotism is key. Unless people love their country, they will not even fight corruption. Not at all.
Yes.
They will give you all the money, you eat it, you don't build a hospital because you don't love your country. So that's why patriotism is key. And this task force should advise us. How do we demilitarize patriotism? How do we instill national values? And what are they? What are those national values? Because we have national values which are embedded in the Ethics and Integrity Act.
Yes.
But are they enough? Because those ones are about ethics now and integrity. What about national? What are those national values that are not related to ethics and what? And integrity, you know?
Yes, actually, you've reminded me. Honorable, give me 3 things you think bring Ugandans together. I'm also going to give you my 3 things. Oh my goodness, this is 3 things. One,
for instance, one thing that I have seen brings Ugandans together, and all of them are together is sports.
It's sports. You find someone saying,
exactly,
we bought Ronaldo at 98 billion. And you're like, you are there?
Another thing that brings Ugandans together is death.
Yeah.
When someone dies, you see everybody concerned, even those who hated him. Unfortunately, Ugandan, I've never seen on any burial someone to say, this man was a bad man. Even the one who hated him most.
A life lived is a life well lived.
Exactly. And that one brings, it really brings Ugandans, those two bring Ugandans together. I've seen them, and I really love it, the way they... And Ugandans also, you meet that when someone is sick, they are brought together to sympathize with that person. But so far, sports.
And also love as well. Sports and love. I mean, there's a wedding every other weekend.
Sports has really, and then the weddings, Ugandans like merrymaking.
Merrymaking.
Yes. So those are things which bring them together.
You have to reduce you have to cool off stress sometimes, you know. But I also, my 3 things. 1, school. When you meet a group of people talking about the different things they have learned in school, you realize, oh my goodness, the schools are the same across. The matrons shouting and different things, and also the things we learn. Party, of course, and also football. Yeah. The other things we shall add in the other episodes.
Yep.
Okay. Name a few things you would do. 2 things you would do for patriotism and things you wouldn't do.
Probably 2 things I would do for patriotism. I'll fight corruption.
Yeah.
Because I think it is killing this country.
Yeah.
And if we don't fight it, then we are going to fall into trouble.
Yeah.
So I will fight corruption.
Okay.
Another thing I will do, I'll fight tribalism.
Yeah.
This sectarianism of any form. I think if we can fight those 2,
yes,
this country will be to another level.
That's true.
Yes.
And things you wouldn't, the things someone shouldn't do like when you do them, it doesn't show you're patriotic at all.
I think things you shouldn't ever do is mistreating children, for instance.
Yeah.
I've seen
the future generation. Our future leaders.
And mainly you women. You are mistreating children of your co-wives. Bad. That's very, very bad.
It's very bad.
Exactly. Because that kid has nothing to do with your problems. If the mother fell in love with your husband, the kid was not there.
The child was not there.
It's not in your equation.
Yeah.
Probably you failed to manage your husband and you got a kid. Or sometimes you even met when he already has a kid.
Yeah.
I think that one I feel someone shouldn't do. And
people should not mistreat children across the board.
People shouldn't mistreat.
Yes, and also the men should take care of their children.
And then another thing I shouldn't do in my life, should never rape a woman. That's bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we need to create an environment that is safe for me and you and everyone else, because this country is our home.
Yes.
It is. Uganda is our home. So let's act like it. We're almost wrapping up here.
Yep.
But we have just one more question to go. Are we ready?
Yep.
Do you think Ugandans are patriotic?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ugandans are really patriotic. Yeah. They love their country.
And what can we do?
What we should do is to do some few things right.
Yeah.
I've told you, for instance, corruption is killing the country.
Yeah.
And Ugandans hate it.
Yeah.
That's why they are talking about it.
Yeah.
If we can eliminate that, then people will love their country. If money given to schools can build the schools, if money given to hospitals can build the hospitals, then Ugandans have no reason for not loving their country.
Okay.
But you have seen how if we win a football match, or if Chiprotik or Moses Chipisiro wins, every Ugandan is happy. So it implies that when there is success, all Ugandans will be happy.
Yes.
And Ugandans want performance. They want success. That demonstrates that Ugandans want things to move in the right direction.
True.
And me, I have no doubt that if we can do the right things, if we can really perform, eliminate all these bottlenecks we have in government, Ugandans will even be more patriotic.
Yes.
And that's what we are now going to embark on as national guidance.
Okay.
To see how, first of all, we can tell Ugandans to open their eyes.
Yes.
Supervise the projects which are going down there.
Yeah.
Report any corrupt officials.
Yes.
So that we can arrest them. And then Uganda progresses.
Okay. That is really cool. So, Honorable BK, any final words to your fellow Ugandans? Words of joy, words of hope, words of encouragement?
My final words and appeal. It's an appeal. One, we should assure we give support to this government to fight corruption, to fight terrorism, and we should also give support to this government to continue protecting our borders.
Yes.
And we should also pray for peace in this country.
Yes.
And I would also like Ugandans to know that, yes, there are problems.
Yes.
But that one shouldn't divert us.
Every country has problems.
Every country has a problem. That one shouldn't divert us from the transformative move we have started. That one shouldn't divert us from the transformation we want to achieve. That one shouldn't divert us from supporting government programs. Like the parish development model should be supported.
Absolutely.
So that we can eliminate poverty once and for all.
For everyone at all levels.
Exactly.
Yes, sir, you have been a very good guest.
Mm-hmm.
I got you even a gift, a small one.
Oh, thank you very much.
See, we give these gifts in the light so that...
I hope you'll even give me a hug.
That one, COVID. But here is, I want people to see what I got you. They may think I got you a brown envelope.
Brown, this is a black one. That's good.
What does it say?
Says what? Badia. Let's be what?
Let's be what?
What is this now?
Guided.
So
you show them.
So now...
now the minister is actually telling you that to be guided. I was going to wear another shirt, then I figured if I don't wear mine, they may think I gave you mine. But thank you very much for coming today.
Good.
You have been a very nice guest. We hope to have you again.
Good.
And if we have any follow-up questions, we can do it on Twitter Spaces and so much more.
And thank you very much for starting this wonderful program.
Yes.
You should encourage as many people as possible to come here. But I would also like to ask that you bring in as more young people as possible.
Absolutely.
Because the population we want to appeal to now is young.
Is young, yeah.
Yes, is young. Okay. And if they see patriotic young people talking to them, they will be more patriotic and they will be nationalists.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We shall talk about the hug later. But for now, you guys, thank you for joining us on the Ugandan Podcast. We have had a good time with you today. Feel free to reach us on our socials and keep engaged and stay tuned. We're going to have Wake the Poet with a poem called Movement. Enjoy it. And for now, I've been your host, Brandy Valentine Azirwe. Till next time. Bye. For God and my country. Yes.
Do not take a seat at the bonfire with cold-hearted people casting dreams upon fire. You will never soar higher. They will only weigh you down until you fall tired. They will say to you, your poetry is whack. Quit writing and reciting and apply for some form of formal work. Don't you know that poetry ain't enough for you to own a car? Yeah, your self-drive is great, but you are not a car. So, when will you get a car? When will you get a car? When will you get accustomed to the custom that your age group must own a super custom? Their words can break your backbone, so do not avail the platform for them to plaster on your saddling paint. It is only you that can perfectly color your world. Let nobody mess with your paintbrush. So even when you face national resistance, you need to stay focused on your movement. You can't afford to take a seat at the bonfire with cold-hearted people casting dreams upon fire. You will never soar higher. They will only weigh you down until you fall tired. They will say to you, if only you were a bit smaller, with a shape like a Coca-Cola, with a skin that was a bit light, then maybe your future would have been bright. But it is such a pity. How will you be successful? You are not even pretty. See, they do not see things. They do not see things the way you do, so they won't understand you when you overstep. They will call you, text you, flood up in your inner box, trying to put you in a box, but you have a gift meant to be unboxed. So even when you face national resistance, you need to stay focused on your movement. You can't afford to take a seat at the bonfire with cold-hearted people casting dreams upon fire. You will never soar higher. They will only weigh you down until you fall tired. So let nobody mess with your paintbrush, not even one person. They will eventually become thirsty when they see you sipping the juice from your passion.